Okay, today we're going to show you how to do the shape section of your poster. The area that you're going to do that in is right up underneath where you just finished the color section on your poster. So we're going to show you how to do that. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be using warm colors and cool colors to distinguish the area between geometric shapes and organic shapes. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is grab two small triangles, and I'll show you. I've got a pile of warm colors over here on the table, and on the opposite side of the table are cool colors. So you're going to pick one colored paper from each pile, so that on your poster, on the new section, we're just going to turn it over. Up underneath where the color section is going to be where our shape section is going to be located on our poster. So you're going to pick two different colored papers, one warm, and in my case I'm going to pick a red violet, and one cool where I'm going to pick yellow green. Okay, you probably want those papers to be nice contrasting colors, and the way that you place these papers is important because the two of them next to each other should make the one big triangle that you've already drawn on your poster for each individual section. So this is what they call, by dry fitting, positioning the papers in the direction that you want to glue them down onto your poster. And at this point, you're going to just flip these. I'm going to move my poster forward so I can just flip one color paper at a time over on its back. And I've got these special glue tips that are different than the typical orange ones that you see and you untwist. These caps have a special little button at the top that once that button's pushed on, see how you can see a little bit of glue come out? So as long as you push the button down and squeeze the glue bottle a little bit, it allows you to put just a little bit of glue only, and this goes for every single time you're gluing in my class, you only put glue close to the outside edge, not all the way to the outside edge, around the outside of whatever shapes you're attaching. Never put glue in the middle because glue has a lot of water in it, and water makes paper really ripply. So gently position those on your poster so that they line up as close as possible on the outside edge, and then do that to both shapes. You want your shapes to be creating between the two of them a big even triangle. Right next to each other, you don't want to have any white space. Place them as even as possible along that triangle section of your paper. Okay, so you've got your two different colors. This is a cool color, this is a warm color, because one's red violet, one's yellow green. And the next step is to take your pencil, and we've got to write what element of art in our border area, and we always start with the center of the word. In this case, the word shape starts with the letter A that's right in the center. So I put a little dot where the center is, and light pressure with my pencil, I'm going to draw a capital A, then finish off the word shape, which P comes after A, then the letter E. Notice that my spacing between each letter is the same amount of space, and the heights of each letter are the same amount of height. Lightly with my pencil, I'm making the word shape, then I take my extra fine Sharpie marker, carefully draw and trace over the letters. Keeping a nice steady, even line, keeping my letters really neat and crisp. And now we're ready to label. You can label each side one of the different categories. It doesn't have to be one side or the other, as long as they're labeling the two different categories of shapes. So on the red violet, I'm going to write my geometric shapes. Please write neatly so that you can read the words easily. And the other category is organic. But there's another name for organic shapes, so in parentheses I'm going to write that other name so that you can reference it and remember that organic shapes sometimes are called free-form shapes. I just got to get the light to come on. Okay. So at this point, now we are going to cut out from more colored paper the complementary color of the background paper behind it. So the complement is found on our color wheel exactly across. So I'm getting my color wheel out here, and red violet is right here on the color wheel. So if I go exactly to the other side, I find out that the complement happens to be yellow green. So I'm going to take a scrap piece of paper that is yellow green in color, okay, and I have to do geometric shapes. Geometric shapes are shapes that are drawn with tools, whether it be a ruler or a template. And I have a template that I'm going to use to draw my geometric shapes. Please don't waste the paper, and remember, anytime we're tracing against a ruler or a shape, our pencil is pointed up to the ceiling. So I'm tracing a hexagon, and I will do a diamond shape, and I'll do a circle shape. We have to draw a minimum of 3 of each kind of shapes. And I'm just going to add one more shape into mine. I don't have to, but I'm going to fill that space with a 4th shape. Okay?